Heyo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Ace. This is Fantasized Football. We are back once again, bringing y'all some more fantasy football content for the 2021 fantasy football season. And I am here today on a Friday to bring y'all another mock Drizzy draft. Of course, draft season is upon us. I was honestly going to do 2 mock drafts this week because I'm sick. But I didn't because I had to talk about James Robinson a little bit. So that kind of put that off. Maybe next week we'll do 2 mock drafts. Who knows? But we are here on the Sleeper app banging out another mock draft. Before we get into specifics, quick shout out to each and every one of y'all that come by on a weekly basis. Show your boy some love and support. Honestly, means the absolute world to me. You guys are the best. If you're new to the channel, thank you for taking a little bit of time out of your day to click on this here video. Spend a little time talking about some fantasy football, doing a mock draft with the young boy. I really, really appreciate you. If you do enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Over 80% of y'all that watch my videos are not subscribed to the channel. I'm going to keep mentioning this, nailing it into the heads. Hit that subscribe button. It's free. Hit the notification bell. Why aren't you? If you hate the video, don't fucking do it. But if you're enjoying the content, please subscribe to the channel. It really, really helps the channel grow based on the YouTube algorithm. So subscribe, help me reach my goal of 300 subscribers on YouTube by the end of the fantasy football season. So yes, we are here doing a 12-team half PPR mock draft on Sleeper. We're doing 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, a flex, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bench spots. I don't have a specific place I want to draft from, so I'm just going to hit start draft. I hope it's not 1 because we picked 1 last week. Nope, we are not 1. Where are we? We are at 7. We are at the 7 slot, a spot that I absolutely fucking hate. So, oh wow. Well, okay, let's go ahead and take a look at what's happened up to our point. This half PPR, we got McCaffrey, Kamara, Dalvin Cook, Derrick Henry, Chubb at the 1-5, and then Barkley at the 1-6, which puts us back on the clock with available to us. We have at running back, Jonathan Taylor, Zeke, Aaron Jones, Eckler, wide receiver. We have Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams. Not going to be looking at that there. Not going to be looking at tight end. Kelsey's there, and all quarterbacks as well. For me here, it's pretty easy. I mean, I'm going to go with Zeke here, but we'll just do that and move on. So I'm going to pick Zeke here, but Zeke and Aaron Jones I would expect to probably go before Nick Chubb and Barkley. Maybe Barkley goes before Aaron Jones, and I go with Aaron Jones. But if Zeke and Aaron Jones were gone, I probably would have either gone with Barkley or Eckler. As of right now, with the news on Barkley, I want to wait a little bit longer. I would probably just pick Eckler. No, in half PPR, I probably would have gone with Barkley and just risked it for the fucking biscuit. But just figured I'd give you guys that for a little food for thought. So after we go with Zeke, we got Jonathan Taylor, Tyreek Hill, Aaron Jones, Travis Kelce, and Devontae Adams wrapping up the first. Second starts with Diggs, Eckler, Mixon, Najee, DeAndre Hopkins, and now it is back on us. So we got Zeke. Zeke, I feel pretty confident in. I think this offense is going to be a lot better. Seemed a little unmotivated last season. I think he's going to bounce back and come back to form this season. So it is back on us here. Who do we got available? We have Gibson, guy I absolutely love. Clyde's questionable right now. So is Swift, Dobbins, Montgomery, Chris Carson. At wide receiver, we have DK Metcalf, Calvin Ridley, A.J. Brown, Justin Jefferson. Tight end, Kittle and Waller. Quarterback, we're not going to be looking at. I mean, for me here, man, I'm just doing these mocks as if I was actually drafting now, and getting Antonio Gibson here is just beautiful to me. I think Gibson's going to be a stud. He's going to be more involved in the receiving game this year. He's going to have a large workload in the rushing game in an improved offense where he can improve on his already great efficiency, where he converted from wide receiver to running back with no real offseason. I've said it a million times, and he should be an absolute stud. Getting him at the 2-6 is beautiful. Now, after Gibson, we see Clyde, Metcalf, Mahomes, Ridley, A.J. Brown, George Kittle. Wrap up the second. Third starts with Keenan Allen, J.K. Dobbins, DeAndre Swift, David Montgomery, Justin Jefferson, Josh Allen, and now it's back on us. So we got another decision to make here, right? Wide receiver, we got McLaurin, Allen Robinson, Mike Evans, CeeDee Lamb, Julio, Godwin, Amari Cooper, Robert Woods all available. Tight end, we got Waller available. Kittle's already gone, I guess. Yep, he is. Quarterback, we're still not looking at. Kyler, Lamar, they're all still available. So we could triple up on running back here and go with Chris Carson. That would be the guy I would be going with here because he is kind of a tier breaker for me here at wide receiver. I like Allen Robinson a lot. Robinson is in my top 10. Terry McLaurin's right behind him. I do have a tier break there as well, and obviously with Darren Waller too. I like Waller more in full PPR, so for me here, it's between Allen Robinson and Chris Carson. I got Zeke and Gibson, who I feel very, very confident in, and we're doing 3 receivers. So you know what? Let's go with our boy, Allen Robinson here. We haven't done much drafting of Allen Robinson and mocks. Getting him here at the 3-7 I think is a great value. Should be playing with the best quarterbacks of his entire fucking career. More upside than ever. Pretty much a shoo-in for 100 catches too, so he should have a safe floor in any format that catches count. So we start off Zeke, Gibson, Allen Robinson. After Robinson, we see Darren Waller, Josh Jacobs, CeeDee Lamb, Chris Carson, and Terry McLaurin round out the third. 4 starts with Julio, Darrell Henderson, Mike Evans, Miles Sanders, and Amari Cooper, and now it is back on us. So we got wide receiver pulled up. We got Godwin, Robert Woods I really like, Cooper Kupp I like as well. Running back, I probably want to get a third here. We got Gaskin, Kareem Hunt, Mike Davis, Chase Edmonds, Javonte Williams, all available to us. Tight end, Pitts, Mark Andrews, Hawkinson. Now, I want to get a third running back, but I don't really want to take Gaskin or Mike Davis here at the 4-6. But if I wait, then I'm probably stuck with like Chase Edmonds or Javonte Williams, who I like, but I like Javonte more as my RB4 than I do as my RB3. But wide receiver, there's just so much great value here. See, like, I almost wish I went with Carson now because I could have got, like, Robert Woods or Cooper Kupp as my wide receiver 1 or even Godwin maybe. You know what? Just because there's so much depth here at wide receiver, actually, is it really? I'd be okay with Deontay as my wide receiver 2. Will he make it back to me? Let's play it safe. You know, let's lock in we have a stud wide receiver at Robinson. Let's just make sure we get a running back we're confident in. Let's grab Mike Davis here as our running back 3 here at the 4-6. A little early for him. I prefer him in the 5th, but I got a middle of the 5th round pick. I don't know if he'll make it back to me, so I wanted to make sure I locked him in there. So after we go with Mike Davis, we see Kyle Pitts, woof. Kyler Murray, woof. Godwin, DJ Moore, Robert Woods, Lamar Jackson wrap up the 4th. 5th starts with Kareem Hunt, Thielen, TJ Hawkinson, Myles Gaskin, Cooper Kupp, and Tyler Lockett, and now it's back on us. Unfortunately, a lot of the tight ends I really like are gone. Deontay is still available to us. A little further down, we got T. Higgins too, tight end. We got Mark Andrews still there. I mean, it's a 3. I want to take Mark Andrews, but it's a 3-receiver league. Quarterback, we got Dak, Herbert, Russell Wilson all available to us. It's a 3-receiver league, so you know what? I want to make sure I get a wide receiver 2 that I'm comfortable with. It's between Mark Andrews and Deontay for me here. I mean, Mark Andrews, I think, is a good value at the 5-7 here. If it was Hawkinson, I'd probably pull the trigger right away. But in half PPR, it's like a lot closer between those two guys. How much do I value Deontay over T. Higgins? I think Deontay is just a little safer than T. Higgins is. But the upside's there for Higgins. You know what? Let's lock in Mark Andrews. Let's grab a little positional advantage. I like this start. I think I'm strong kind of everywhere. Why is this taking so long to load? Did I get cut off the Wi-Fi or something? What's going on here? We're loading. I don't know what's going on here. Hold on. Bear with me. Clock's running. What's going on? Can I just have Mark Andrews, please? Hello? 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 I'm going to try to refresh. All right, it worked. So there we go. Now we got Mark Andrews. All right, cool. Sorry about that. I think Mark Andrews is a really good option in half PPR, especially if he's going behind Hawkinson. If you're getting him here in the 5th round, he's going to give you some semblance of positional advantage there, especially when you started with 3 running backs that you're pretty confident in. I mean, Zeke and Gibson, I'm very confident in. Mike Davis, I like. Allen Robinson, I'm very confident in as my wide receiver 1. Getting Mark Andrews here gives me some positional advantage. So after we go with Mark Andrews, we see Dak, Deontay, Justin Herbert, Kenny Golladay, Michael Thomas round out the 5th. Too early on Michael Thomas here for me in the 5th round, missing potentially up to like 8 games. So I wouldn't do that there. I'd wait a little bit. After that, wrapping up the 5th, 6 starts with Jamar Chase, Russell Wilson, Brandon Ayuk, Chase Claypool, Odell, and now it is back on us. And thankfully, our guy is still available to us, Mr. T. Higgins of the Cincinnati Bengals. I spoke on him briefly. Jamar Chase has been dealing with some drop issues apparently. So if he's not on the field all the time early on in the season, it will give T. Higgins to open up as the wide receiver 1 on this team, the 1A, if he develops some chemistry with Burrow. I already thought it'd be a 1A, 1B on a team that's going to have to throw the ball a lot and be a productive offense if they want to be competitive because their defense fucking stinks. So getting T. Higgins here at the 6'6 as my wide receiver 2, I'm very happy. Let's take a quick look at the team. We got Zeke, Gibson as our running back 1 and running back 2. Robinson and Higgins as our wide receiver 1 and our wide receiver 2. And then we have Mark Andrews at tight end, Mike Davis in our flex right now. And it's back on us. Did I go through this? No, I didn't. After we go with T. Higgins, we see Chase Edmonds, Courtland Sutton, Javonte, Aaron Rodgers, Robbie Anderson. Would have loved Robbie Anderson as my wide receiver 3. Melvin Gordon, round out the 6. 7 starts with Chark, Ronald Jones, Raheem Mostert, Jerry Jeudy, James Robinson, Deebo Samuel, and now it's back on us. Now, James Robinson is going to go way fucking earlier than this now with Travis Etienne out for the season. Way early. I expect him to go somewhere in like that late third, early 4th range. But regardless, I digress. Now, it is back on us. We do have a decision to make. It is a 3-receiver league, so I do want to get my 3rd wide receiver. I'm pretty strong at running back, so I'm thinking I'm going to target that there. Let's take a quick look at quarterback. Nothing that really excites me. One thing that is worth mentioning that I didn't get to mention in, I probably should have just mentioned in the news thing, is that Tennessee apparently has a COVID issue, and that's affecting Ryan Tannehill. He's in the protocol. It's not clear whether or not he has COVID. Hopefully he doesn't, because he's been my favorite quarterback target, but I digress. Wide receivers. We have Juju, Devonta Smith, Tyler Boyd, Brandon Cooks, all available to us. Laviska, Curtis Samuel down there a bit. I mean, I'm not going to take Tyler Boyd because I have T. Higgins, obviously. To me here, it's between Devonta Smith and Juju. I think Devonta Smith has more upside, but I think Juju should be relatively safe. I mean, he's going to get a lot of targets. Last season, he wasn't very good, but if Ben's better this season, I mean, here at the 7-7, you know what? I'm going to just take Juju because I feel kind of safe about him, and T. Higgins is a little more risky, so I got Robinson, T. Higgins, Juju as my top 3 receivers. Don't really hate that. Should get a lot of targets, Juju that is, and probably be around 90 or so catches, 1,000 yards. You know, if the touchdowns are there, he does have a lot of upside. We've seen what he can be. So after we go with Juju, we see Damian Harris, Tom Brady, Dallas Goedert, Devonta Smith, Logan Thomas round out the 7th. 8 starts with Michael Carter, Tyler Boyd, Fournette, Noah Fant, and Brandon Cooks, and now it is back on us. Let's pull this here up. Quarterback, we got Stafford, Hurts, Tannehill all available to us. Running back, we have Sermon, Zach Moss, David Johnson, James Conner. Wide receiver, Jarvis Landry, Will Fuller, Jalen Waddle, Curtis Samuel, Antonio Brown. I do like Fuller here a lot because you don't have, our starters are already filled in, so he'd be like a flex option, or like he could replace Juju or T. Higgins if either of them stink after week 1. But I do want to get an RB4 here. I want to take more of kind of like an upside shot here. So the guy that strikes me the most in the 8th round, it's a little early for me because, I mean, he could end up just being nothing, but it's Trey Sermon of the San Francisco 49ers. Obviously, great offense that's going to use multiple running backs, but they're going to run the ball a shit ton. And if Trey Sermon takes over for Mostert or Mostert gets hurt, Trey Sermon has a whole bunch of upside. Getting him in the 8th round is my RB4. I do not absolutely hate that. I actually like it a little bit. So after we go with Sermon, we see Jalen Waddle, Zach Moss, David Johnson, Laviska, Will Fuller, Curtis Samuel wraps up the 8th, unfortunately. A.J. Dillon, Tannehill, Jarvis Landry, Jalen Hurts, James Conner, Gesicki, and now it is back on us. All right, so I want to get a quarterback here. I'm going to just do it. Wide receiver, we'll take a quick look. I love AB. Pittman's still there. Gallup, Mooney. Wouldn't be taking Mooney because we have Robinson. But I'm pretty confident in those 3 receivers, so I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. I don't want to get stuck with like a Trevor Lawrence, Baker Mayfield type of guy. So Stafford's the last guy here in this tier. So I'm going to lock in Matt Stafford to be my quarterback 1 to pair with Mark Andrews as my 2 other starting positions outside of my running backs, receivers, flex, whatever. So we get Stafford. I think he has the upside for 5,000 plus yards, possibly even 40 plus touchdowns in a new offense, probably the best overall offense he's ever played in outside of maybe the days with Calvin Johnson. But after we go with Stafford, we see Antonio Brown, Robert Tonyan, Michael Pittman, Mike Williams, Kenyon Drake. 10th starts with Burrow, Higbee, Gronk, Corey Davis, Gallup, and now it is back on us. Unfortunately, a lot of the guys I'd be targeting at wide receiver here have gone. Marquise Brown is there. Darnell Mooney. Unfortunately, we have Robinson, so we're not going to be looking at Mooney as much. Mecole Hardman, Marvin Jones, Devontae Parker's there. If we take a quick look over at running back, Singletary, Gus Edwards, nothing that really excites me. Anyways, we're set at quarterback. We're set at tight end. Maybe we'll take a shot on a quarterback a little later on. More of an upside guy. But to me here, it's between Marquise Brown and Marvin Jones, right? Now, Marquise Brown, I like a little better, but we have Mark Andrews. And although I do think this team's going to throw the ball more, I don't want to have too many shares of Ravens pass catchers. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take Marvin Jones here. I mean, he is questionable, but they said he should be good to go for week 1. I forget what the injury was exactly, but I've talked about this a little bit before. Marvin Jones very well could be the wide receiver 1 on Jacksonville. We don't know who Trevor Lawrence is going to target, get more comfortable with, whatever. And he's the only one that this regimen brought in on their own. He is a veteran. We know what he does year in and year out. He's good for a few big games. I think he's good to be like kind of a flex or a bye week replacement. So that's why we go with Marvin Jones. Then we see Devin Singletary, Gus Edwards, Darnell Mooney, Trevor Lawrence, Marquise Hollywood Brown, Irv Smith round out the 10th. 11th starts with Mecole Hardman, Tony Pollard. Unfortunately, Jamal Williams went. I was going to target him. Henry Ruggs, Philip Lindsay, Baker Mayfield, and now it is back on us. So we got to strengthen up wide receiver. We're actually pretty straight at running back. I mean, Nyheim Hines, Latavius Murray, nothing that's super exciting to me. So we'll go look over at wide receiver. We got Elijah Moore. We got Devontae Parker, Russell Gage, Cole Beasley down there. Bateman, unfortunately, RIP to my days of drafting Bateman. Every draft I would take him. For me here, I mean, I'm kind of fading the Jets as a whole, so I'm not really in on Elijah Moore. What's wrong with Devontae Parker? Practicing with non-contact injury. When was this? This just went right fucking past me. Public and practice. It's encouraging to see him back on the field. Yeah, back on the field. We got a few weeks. Yeah, I'm cool with taking Devontae Parker here. Again, this is another situation, kind of like what I just said with Marvin Jones, where we don't know who the wide receiver 1 is for the Dolphins. Is it Waddle? Is it Fuller? Is it Devontae Parker? It's been Devontae Parker. So getting him here in the 11th round with that upside to be the wide receiver 1 on his team to get 100, 115 targets in the 11th round, good flex play, good bye week replacement, just like I said with Marvin Jones. So I am fine with that there. Now, we see Nyheim Hines, Elijah Moore, Trey Lance, Madison, Justin Fields come off. 12 starts with Hunter Henry, Russell Gage, LT Murray, Nelson Aguilar, and Chuba Hubbard. Now, okay, so let's go over to running back. Let's see where he is. Is he even popping up? No, he's not. 190. They haven't adjusted him at all. Sony Michelle is who I was just kind of thinking about there. Like, obviously, in this mock, I could wait and just grab him. But this is, like, around the area where I'd be looking at Sony Michelle. I mean, since he's been traded to the Rams. So, you know what? We do want one more running back. I mean, it'd be between him and Gio Bernard for me probably here. Actually, I like Ramondre, too. But I think there's more of a path for, you know what? We're not even going to take Sony Michelle here. Or are we? I don't know. Let's look at quarterback. Oh, all my guys, my upside guys are gone. Oh, that sucks. It stinks. Let's look at wide receiver again. Is there anything at tight end I like? No, not really. How much time do I have left? I mean, I should just be pulling the trigger. I got a minute. It's almost 2 minutes. No big deal. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's do it. This is around where I would expect him to go, or I would take him. So let's take Sony Michelle here. Sony Michelle obviously got traded to the Rams. We talked about that earlier this week. It is within the range of outcomes that he is splitting time with Darrell Henderson if they want to keep Henderson healthy. And then in half PPR, he will have some upside if he's getting goal line touches. If he's getting 10, 11 carries a game, a couple goal line touches, maybe a target or two, he should have some upside to kind of just fill in, be a bye week option, whatever it may be. So after Michelle, we see A.J. Green, T.Y. Hilton, Rondell Moore, Cole Beasley, Matt Ryan, McKissick, round out the 12th. 13 starts with Bateman, RIP. Evan Ingram, not actually RIP, but RIP to the day is me drafting him. Jonnu Smith, Jalen Reagor, Gerald Everett, and fuck, man. Fuck, I knew I should have done it last round. Fuck, Terrace Marshall went. Damn it. I knew I should have taken fucking Terrace Marshall. Damn it. All right, so we're kind of rounding out with just wide receiver probably. I mean, there's nothing at quarterback that really excites me. I could take Deshaun, but, I mean, I just feel dirty doing it. I really do. I just feel dirty doing it. All right, so All right, so here it's really between Traequan Smith and Marquez Callaway, and Traequan Smith has a little injury, so you know what? I'm going to take Marquez Callaway here. I've heard all good things in camp from him. He's looked pretty good, so taking him here, I think in the 13th round, it's just a flyer. It's an upside pick. I mean, he's got a pretty decent amount of time to get going before Michael Thomas gets back. So getting him here in the 13th round, the guy that very well could be the wide receiver 1 on a Jameis Winston-led offense, that's a great value to get in the 13th round, at least even for a few weeks. And then you can kind of move him to a wide receiver needy team, or you can hold on to him. Maybe he takes over as the wide receiver 2, and he's more of a fit for Winston than Michael Thomas is, whatever. I don't think he'll out-target Michael Thomas, but he's still valuable in that case. Whatever, we'll see. It's a flyer. It's a 13th fucking round pick. So after Marquez Callaway, we see Kirk Cousins, Kenneth Gainwell, Tevin Coleman, Tua, Rashad Penny round out the 13th. Devontae Booker to start the 14th. Weird. Traequan Smith, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Deshaun Watson, and Trumman. Thank you for taking Deshaun Watson so that I don't have to do it. Quarterback. Fitz, Zach Wilson. Oh, man, Fitz. Oh, Fitz is so tempting. If he's there next round, I'm just taking him to be like my... How many wide receivers do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you know what? I mean, I usually don't go this deep on running back, but shit, he's still there. I'm taking Ramondre, man. I'm taking Ramondre Stevenson. I think Ramondre Stevenson has a lot of upside. He's looked great in preseason. He's a bruiser. He's a fucking beast. If Damian Harris screws up or he gets injured or anything, I think Ramondre Stevenson's the next man up, taking a 14th round flyer on him. I mean, after the first few weeks, if he's doing nothing, then you just cut him. But the way that the Patriots offense works, they use a lot of different running backs. It should be a run-heavy team. So I don't have a problem with taking a late-round flyer on Ramondre Stevenson. After that, we see Xavier Jones, Jared Cook, Austin Hooper, Randall Cobb, Darrell Williams, Jacoby Myers. 15 starts with my boy Fitz, Dam, Marlon Mack, Gio, Zach Ertz, Brian Edwards, and Sterling Shepard, and now it is back on us. So we'll take another quick look at quarterback, like there's anything that's changed. I would consider Jameis, but I feel pretty confident with Stafford, and if he stinks, I can always just grab someone off the waiver wire. Probably just going to finish off with one more wide receiver. Oh, Gabriel Davis, COVID? Oh. Close contact. How am I? 2 days ago, I must have been fucking sleeping. I missed a lot of this shit. I mean, he's going to be fine, though. He's just a close contact. It's not like anything crazy. So we're just going to take Gabe Davis here to wrap up our draft. I like Gabe Davis. I think he's got some upside. I mean, he should eventually, if not right away, take over as the wide receiver 2 for the Bills behind Stephon Diggs and a team that's going to throw the ball a fucking shit ton because their running game stinks. I mean, Josh Allen is essentially their running back. So that's our team. Let's quickly go through it. We have Zeke, Gibson. Actually, let's look at it on here. Let's look at our actual roster. So quarterback, we have Stafford. Running back 1, Zeke. Running back 2, Antonio Gibson. Wide receiver 1, Allen Robinson. Wide receiver 2, T. Higgins. Juju as our wide receiver 3. Mark Andrews at tight end. Mike Davis at our flex. Trey Sermon. Marvin Jones. Devontae Parker. You guys can't see this, unfortunately. After a certain point, Marvin Jones, Devontae Parker, Sony Michelle, Marquez Callaway, Ramondre, and then Gabe Davis rounds out our team. I think this is a well-balanced team with a lot of upside, too, on the bench. Relatively safe as well. I mean, you got Matt Stafford, you got Mark Andrews, so you have 2 guys, quarterback and tight end that I'm comfortable with. I like the receivers, love the running backs. I think this is a good squad. It's a team that I would be confident rolling out. So, yeah. That's it. That's all. That's the mock. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Help me reach my goal of 300 subscribers on YouTube by the end of the fantasy football season. Check the links down below in the description for my socials and the podcast. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of the mock, anything you guys would have done different. I mean, I don't know. This is going to come out next week, so that's going to be the start of September. No, we're probably going to be done with mocks after that, so don't let me know any mocks you want me to do because I won't be able to get them done because this is coming out next week. The season is like fucking here, guys. I'm so excited. I'm sure all you guys are too. I really hope you did enjoy today's video. That is it. That's all. I am out. My boy, me, we are done. You guys, I love you. Thank you so much for coming by. Appreciate it. I'm out. Catch y'all next time. As always, thank you. Love you. Peace.